Welcome to part 6 of Legend of Mystical Ninja. So we're still going to find the Wise Man of Aiga because he can tell us where Princess Yuki is. At least he better. If he doesn't tell us where Princess Yuki is, we could get very angry. I just picked up a samurai helmet. It'll be good for any attacks that hit my head. Surprisingly, they actually managed to keep track of that, because you get the damage for your armor, and if you get hit in the body, it eventually wears out the armor, and that's that. But then if you get hit in the head, it'll take away the helmet's armor too. Something else about that. These trees are filled with ninjas who love to throw bombs, and if you want to hit them, you have to go under where they are, swing your weapon, and they'll fall because you're kicking their ass. It's best to just run by the bombs and just enter the Wise Man's temple. So here we are, the castle, the ninja castle. And the Wise Man has a lot of robot ninjas at his side. That old chestnut. These guys are basic. You hit them once, their top half goes off. You hit them again, they die. These guys slide on ropes and they'll throw their shurikens at you. They'll tend to throw it at a diagonal direction, like down left. You see? So they're not much of a threat, actually. These guys bounce around like grasshoppers, and when they run into the ceiling, they just fall slowly downwards. They're not much of a threat either. This is a tough platforming part, because if I hit those spikes, let's just say they hurt like hell. I think you might get killed in one hit, I'm not sure. I just know it's a really painful spike. You don't want to get hit here, especially when you're jumping platforms. Because if you miss your jump a little and you fall in the pit, you gotta restart. Ninja Castle is a very tough platforming area. It's the second hardest in the game, in my opinion. Because you got moving blocks, moving ball chains. Here they are, the ball chains that I have to climb on. They're always going back and forth, running into each other. And basically you have to jump on them as they're moving and maneuver through the temple. As you can see, I miscalculate a lot of my jumps here. Well, not a lot, but I miscalculated that one. So when it reaches the other, you jump off. Just one big platforming section. Gotta be really good with your platforming. Like I am, so don't worry. I have nothing to say. Now here we are in the next section, finally. These guys, they have like needle swords or something. They jump, they get stuck in the ground if they miss you, and then you can hit them for a free shot. And then they're pretty much stuck that way. Oh, actually, I think they get off at like 3 seconds later, and then they start attacking you, so that's good. These guys come out of sliding panels in the walls, and they shoot these 4 miniature robot ninjas that can, hurt you a little. They can be hit with your weapons, and they can be destroyed, and if you hit the guys quickly enough, they won't throw anybody, because they'll be dead. It's pretty straightforward. So you want to watch where you're jumping. If you jump too high, you're going to run into the robots' bodies, and that will hurt you a little bit. These are the maids of the castle, and the maids, they look innocent enough, but trust me, when you get close enough, they are a force to be reckoned with. Basically, when you get anywhere near them, they purposefully trip, and the coffee or whatever they're holding, like, it will fall out of their hands and it will hurt you up. It'll mess you up. And not just that, but when they're throwing the utensils and stuff at you, then they start bouncing around. They're there. She'll start bouncing around left and right until she runs into you, and they're pretty psychotic. But here we are at the boss fight, which is basically a series of fights against enemies we've just encountered, 10 seconds ago. But the main boss is coming up. And if you've ever played the Nintendo 64 game, you're going to know our main boss here. You're going to know him very well. Or if you've seen the anime show. And if you've seen the anime show, well then you already know what's coming. So once I kill his drones, which take 2 hits to kill, you just hit them really fast and that's it. They're not much of a pain. Sasuke! The main robot of Wise Man Aiga's collection. Every now and then he'll jump, and every 2 or 3 jumps, he'll shoot all of these really fast shurikens all over in every direction. And he'll basically go from one platform to the other platform, and back and forth again. If he runs into you on the edge, he's going to knock you off, and You don't want that. You fall, you die. I kicked his ass pretty quickly, but, you know, you get the idea. But anyway, I gotta get to narrating. Go to Dragon Pond in the land of Izumo. The White Mirror will show you the way. That's right. It's my latest invention. I'll send you to Izumo instantly in my miracle transport machine. Oh, goody. We just found the wise man of Aiga, and he promised that the Mirror of Izumo can show us where Princess Yuki is, and he's gonna send us there. Well, thank God. This journey's finally coming to an end, isn't it? Holy, that's... The old man's miracle transport machine was not so miraculous. It went haywire with Kid Ying and Dr. Yang in it. Now no one knows where they are. Fuck! Warlock Zone 6. Tengu Mountain. They just love to pull every reason to make this game longer, don't they? Well, that being said, it's not the longest game. So this is the Tengu town. There's nothing in this town you haven't seen before, but first of all, go to the store. You need 980 smackers, $980 to buy the Mountain Pass. Because without the Mountain Pass, you can't even enter the platform section and finish the game. So that's different. We're gonna need the pass to beat this game, so there it is. It costs 980 bucks. If you don't have that money, you're gonna have to, you know, attack everybody in town until you have it. So a lot of gold farming there. Luckily, I was well equipped when I entered the store, so I had plenty of money. Nice to meet you. Valuable information! That's what is in this game, clearly. It was nice to meet you, too. I would have preferred the hot coffee mod, but no. That was a lame joke, I'm sorry. I got sex on the brain. But not in my pants! Well, that didn't make sense, did it? Anywho, I'm just buying food to stock up on the half health that I have. Because, you know, I want to be healthy for Tengu Mountain. Tengu Mountain is a slightly hard platforming level. There is a checkpoint on the mountain road. If you don't have a pass, you can't leave the city. Well, there you go. He just told you what I already did. But anyway, the exit is literally right there. It's not that far. But I have the pass, so our raccoon dog fellow here is gonna let us by. And yes, he's called a raccoon dog. I should have mentioned that earlier. Yeah, I don't get the name. Anyway, a lot of monkeys in this place. They tend to bounce right and left. They just jump. They jump walk to get everywhere. And they can jump higher up mountains. They can jump lower off mountains. They're very unpredictable enemies, so you gotta watch yourself with them. They're one-hit kills, though, so they're not too bad. The crow with the samurai sword, he'll lunge somewhere, and then he'll try and fly around, or sometimes he won't. He's also unpredictable, but generally, he's gonna lunge in one specific area, so you gotta watch where you're moving your guy there. Of course, they're one-hits to kill as well. You can kill them with money if you can't reach them, and I would advise that, because you don't want to fall off the mountain. A boss fight already? Well, here are our Tengu samurai people. The guy in the red face has a sword slash, so stay away from him. The guy in the blue will throw what appears to be a pot leaf, but I'm not sure what it is. And they can be disposed of pretty easily. Just keep whacking them, dodge their attacks, and that'll be it. A lot of crows here. This can get really tough later sometime, because if all the crows start lunging at you at once, it is really hard to dodge like 3 of them, you know? But I digress. Now we're at a waterfall. And a lot of people that I know actually got stuck here because they were like, well, what do I do? What do I do? And I was a little confuzzled. Confuzzled? I was confused. Because basically, there's a sliding mountain paths that go in and out of the waterfall, in and out. Stand on it when it's, you know, colored and not waterfallish. And then wait for it to go in, and then you can get behind the waterfall. And that's it's pretty much as basic as that. As soon as you're behind the waterfall, you can pretty much land on any rock that's there, even the ones that are outward. So you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, I'll see you in part whatever it is.